Welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to study volume. Volume is one of the most important ideas in geometry because it helps us measure how much space is inside a three-dimensional object. While surface area is about covering the outside, volume is about filling the inside. That distinction is important. Surface area measures the outside, and volume measures the inside. A very helpful way to think about volume is through stacking. For a prism, we can start with a base that has a height of 1. Then we stack copies of this on top of each other until we have the full figure. This is a powerful image. Imagine cutting the prism into thin layers. Each layer looks exactly like the base. If we keep stacking identical layers, the amount of space inside the figure grows in a very regular way. That's why for a prism, the volume is the area of the base times the height of the prism. Or, written more compactly, V is equal to a capital B times a lowercase h. Capital B is the area of the base, and h is our height. And this formula makes sense because the base tells us how much space is in one layer, and the height tells us how many layers we are stacking. This is a really meaningful way to understand the formula. It's not just a rule to memorize. It comes from structure. This is also a great teaching idea for future teachers. When students can picture the layers, the formula becomes much easier to understand. Throughout the next few videos, we'll look at a right triangular prism, a cylinder, a pyramid, as well as a cone that's made from a half circle. As we go through these, notice the pattern. Prisms and cylinders are built by stacking equal layers. Pyramids and cones are related, but they narrow to a point. Because of that, we'll notice later on that pyramids and cones are actually going to use a factor of 1/3. That contrast is one of the most important ideas in this lesson. You do not need to rush through volume formulas. The more clearly you picture the solids, the more naturally the formulas will make sense. In the next video, we'll begin with a right triangular prism, and then we'll look at a cylinder.